Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Norn9 of our comments. And we are still on Mikoto and Itsuki's path. And we seem to be in a dream, I believe. So we'll continue on here. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. A nice breeze runs through a sea of grass and passes by us. Itsuki and I strolled slowly along.
What a nice breeze, eh?
Yeah, I agree. I wonder what is beyond that field.
I don't know what's there. What do you think it'll be, Mikoto?
A city? Maybe an ocean? It would be great if it was an ocean.
Can you swim, miss?
Of course. I have been swimming by waterfalls since I was a child. I'm used to the water.
I'm jealous of your childhood. I didn't have anything like that. How about next time we get swimming gear ready and go check it out?
But what if there is not an ocean? I just guessed something randomly.
It's okay. I bet you're right. There's gotta be an ocean ahead.
Is there really?
Yeah, off in the distance there's an ocean. Beautiful blue sea, just like you imagined.
Yeah, I have a feeling it is too. Just relaxing. Nothing odd or bad happening, just everything feeling safe and happy.
Hey, if we stay in the wind too long, it'll be bad for our health. Let's head back.
I was happy, spending time beside Itsuki, Itsuki smiling at me. Could there be anything better? No, this is perfect. I wish it could just be like this forever. Just as I wished, the days kept passing. In the morning we would make breakfast together. Some days I would sleep in and Itsuki would make it alone sometimes, and vice versa. But typically, we would both split the work and help each other. Our tiny dining room, so small that our shoulders almost touch when we eat. I liked us eating so close together that I could almost feel Itsuki. After we ate, we would go for a walk. Typically, we would go to a nearby hill or forest. We were never heading anywhere special or anywhere particular. We would make small talk and go wherever we felt. Once we got tired, we would rest and head back home. Aww. Itsuki looks so cute, sleeping like that. At night, we would sleep holding hands in a bed that was so small that we could fall off it if we were not holding on to each other.
Isn't this bed a little hard to sleep in?
I'm okay. I bet it's tough for you since you're bigger than me, huh?
No, I'm fine too. But if it was causing you problems, well, I thought I could buy a new one where you had more space.
I like it. I like our small dining room, our tiny bed. I like it all.
Okay, I like it all too.
What? Itsuki?
What happened? Why are you shouting like that?
What? For a moment, Itsuki disappeared. That was just an illusion, right? That could not have actually happened. Sorry, I was just startled. It was nothing.
You're so weird. What were you thinking about?
I said it was nothing.
There you go, lying to me again. But if you're not going to be honest, I have some ideas for what we can do instead of talk.
Itsuki grinned slyly. He held up the blankets and fell over on me. Ah! Let me go!
No. Now surrender.
Stop! Stop!
Tickle, tickle.
Stop!
Ready to give up?
Yes, you can win! Cannot breathe. What a bully! Making me use all that energy before I go to sleep.
It's your own fault. You were just too cute.
I will not forgive you just because you say nice things like that. I will not fall for your tricks.
Oh, maybe I should kiss you until you forgive me.
I forgive you.
Aw, I knew it. It's not enough for you. Here, I'll do more to pay for my crimes.
And Itsuki continued joking around like that until sunrise. Joking around like what?
I'm sure it wasn't more tickling. Oh, I apologize. I fooled around with you a bit too much last night.
And now you're all drowsy today?
I'll make breakfast. What do you feel like eating today?
Why does he have that look? White rice, miso soup, and salted salmon.
Coming right up.
I said salted salmon, but we should be out. I know because I used the last of it last night. He is going to feel bad because he cannot give me what I asked for, since all the salted salmon is gone. Just a little payback for yesterday. Although, I really want to eat salmon.
It'll be ready soon. Just give me a minute.
A pleasant scent fills the room. Looks like she's going to catch on now. I peer in beside Itsuki, and I see a fire roasting with some beautifully prepared salmon. Salmon?
Huh? Yeah, you asked for salmon. It looks good, doesn't it?
I know I used it all.
We were lucky. There were a couple pieces that were hiding in the back. Ah, he knew what she was thinking.
Hiding?
We have to buy some more next time.
Again, I felt like Itsuki disappeared. There's a glitch in the matrix.
Now, let's get ready to go to the beach. Hopefully we can get there by sunset.
Hey, Itsuki. I know this is strange, but it feels like you are disappearing sometimes.
Disappearing? What do you mean?
Sometimes it looks like you are fading away, and...
I'm sorry for making you worry.
What is it? Are you sick or something?
No. It's nothing like that. It's just your imagination.
My imagination?
Exactly. There's no explanation for people just disappearing, right?
Except for when there's a glitch in the matrix. But then, why did you say sorry? Do you know why this is happening?
Well, I wasn't apologizing for disappearing. I was apologizing for making you worry. Maybe you're just tired. I could think of a few reasons you might have not been getting enough sleep lately.
Itsuki! I raised my hand to hit him, but Itsuki just runs away like the wind. I was worrying about that for no reason. He is right. People do not just disappear like that. Mikoto! Mikoto!
Koharu? Oh, what's wrong? Standing still like that.
Please, wake up. Sakuya! I knew something was wrong. Something is off.
If we don't walk, we won't make it to the beach.
Why are you so certain that there will be a beach ahead?
Huh? What's wrong, Mikoto?
As soon as I heard their voices, suddenly I felt my vision widen. The fields that used to look so vast to me now look like matte paintings. The blue skies look like something from a coloring book. Where am I? Where is everyone?
Mikoto.
I hear everybody's voices. They are telling me to wake up. Where am I?
You know, you're really a strong girl. I'm trying my hardest to keep this up.
A shadow cast itself across Itsuki's face. He squints his eyes, as if he's looking at something far away.
But I have no intention of letting you go. It's better to be trapped in this cage than it is to live in a reality full of sadness and pain.
Cage? Could he mean... Am I inside a dream? That smile. I knew I was definitely right. This house, the forest, and the skies, all of it is just a dream, just a shining illusion. If this is a dream, then what is happening in reality? What is happening to Sakuya? Sakuya and Koharu's insistent screams fill my head once again. Hurry up and bring me back to reality. Release me from this dream.
Nope. You can't leave this dream unless I release you myself.
You! Are you really Itsuki? Why would you do something like this?
You are going to live here with me forever. A world with no struggle or pain. You can't escape. Like I told you, I'm in total control of this dream.
Hearing his cold words, I swallowed hard. The Itsuki standing in front of me. I do not know if this is the real Itsuki. I step back and my hips bump the table. I startled myself with the sound. Calm down and think. I repeat this to myself over and over. Powers cannot be used forever. Kakeru, Sakuya, and I can all be affected by the state of our bodies. Itsuki must have a weakness. There must be a clue in something Itsuki said. If I just think through everything that has happened until this point, maybe I can find something that will trip him up. But when I try to recall my memories, I come up completely blank. Okay, now we have to choose all of the options. I cannot remember anything from the ship. Have I been in this dream for a long time? Remember what happened on the roof? Nothing? Remember what happened in Itsuki's room? Remember what happened in the dream? What? Why is it? What happened on the roof? No, that cannot be. I have to focus and remember everything that happened up to this point. I cannot remember. Why? It is such an important memory. What was that? Let's see, let's try the roof now. What happened in the dream? Right, the roof incident.
Say, for example, you had a choice between a reality where you had to work all the time and a dream where you could be the real you. Which would you pick? There is no pain in dreams, no sadness. Everything can just go the way you want it to. You can be yourself, and no one will hurt you. You won't hurt anyone either. Don't you think that would be real happiness?
Words that felt like poisoned blades, a sweet voice melting down my resistance. I subconsciously dropped my barrier. Itsuki's power must be confined within the dream, but I was not myself at that time. Maybe Itsuki used words and his voice to signal the other person. I recalled what happened up to this point, and then I remembered a talk we had on the hill, when he seemed to be certain that there was an ocean in the distance after my suggestion. But what if there is not an ocean? I just guessed something randomly.
It's okay. I bet you're right. There's gotta be an ocean ahead.
Is there really?
Yeah. Off in the distance there's an ocean. A beautiful blue sea, just like you imagined.
So, there must have been a reason he agreed and wanted me to imagine an ocean. My memories gradually start returning to me. I recall a strange dream, sometime after the incident on the roof. I remember seeing someone other than Itsuki in my dream. A driver who tried to take me to a castle, and also a black cat.
Though you are a resident of this world, you are no match for the one who has lived in the dream world for years. There is a gorgeous ball being held at the castle right now. Your role in this world is to live happily with the prince. On towards your fairy tale ending.
A mission and a fairy tale ending. 2 words stuck in my throat. It caused an unfamiliar feeling. The black cat said, on towards a fairy tale ending. Is that the coachman's command? To arrive at the fairy tale ending, will that end the dream? Itsuki, what is the ending to this dream?
Ending? What are you talking about?
This world is my dream. You have been giving me subtle directions, so you can set it up how you wanted. But everything has to go through me, or else you cannot make it happen. You have a great power, but there are limits to everything. Every dream has an ending, so what is the fairy tale ending here?
Well done. You're mostly correct. When I show people dreams, I make a contract. It's not a huge thing. It's not like I show you a dream and I get your soul in return. In exchange for showing them their true desires, I make it so they can't resist my words. I almost never make use of it, because I don't really care about most people's dreams. But I can't have them dying on me, so I wake them up at a time that is convenient. Pretty nice of me, right?
I would not call trapping people in a dream kindness. Your kindness is the type of kindness that would make people weak. This dream is very sweet, but at the core it is toxic.
That's pretty harsh.
You locked me in a cage. Those words do not even come close to describing what you did. This dream is my dream. The boundaries are only what I imagine, but there is no way it could ever compete with reality. The warmth of that hand, that is something that will not disappear. You are lying again. You said I cannot go resist your words, but that is just another signal. My action is proof of that.
Well, if you figured out that much, then it's hopeless. I can't trick you any longer.
What are you trying to do? Why would you do something like this? What is happening in the real world? Itsuki!
Oh, time's up. Reality never goes the way you want it to. Such a shame, too. I had you all to myself.
Itsuki! Please come out! Itsuki!
I'm sorry. I wanted to be with you more. I wanted to show you an endless dream.
Itsuki!
Mikoto,
Sakuya!
you're finally awake. I'm glad.
This is back on the ship. Where is Itsuki? Sakuya, where is Itsuki? Please take me to Itsuki. Sakuya took me outside the room. That's when I saw the ship. It was a far cry from what I remembered. The road that was supposed to be orderly was fractured. Trees were toppled all over. The well only had a little water in it.
Some rooms were safe, but most of the central rooms were destroyed. You don't remember. The ship was attacked by enemies, and the whole thing fell to Earth. Ron is nowhere to be found. Many people were injured. The person who was hurt most.
His face was drained of all color. His stomach was wrapped in bandages that bore discoloration from what looked like blood. Am I still dreaming? His eyes didn't move an inch, but he had a calm expression on his face. Mikoto!
Let's leave these two alone right now.
Okay. Itsuki's injuries were the worst of anyone. His biggest injury was the one on his stomach. It looks like he had lost a lot of blood. Even with all that, he tried his best to show me a dream as long as he was living. I took it to heart to tend his injuries, believing that he would awaken one day. Toya went to speak to the world to bring us in. We'll wait for that, and then we'll move. I wonder how long Masamune will take.
He said he'd be back in 3 days.
3 days? Kagami's injury has healed quite a bit. Don't worry about it so much. You're right. Fortunately, we had a decent stock of food and medicine. The ship was totally wrecked, but some of the rooms were in decent shape. As long as Masamune returns with a messenger from the world, we should be all right. Even so, I am still feeling pretty uneasy, and the reason is... I know the reason. It's because Itsuki is still not awake. What if he never wakes up? I really do not want to think like that, but all of my thoughts gradually turn negative. I can see the appeal of hiding in a dream when they are suffering like this in reality. I would try to keep my sanity every time I saw Itsuki in a dream. Itsuki? That moment, a breeze blew from somewhere. The smell of greens rose on the wind and floated across the room. Odd. Is there a window open somewhere? This is... An opaque piece of paper glided to the floor. I recognized the notepad markings. Is this from my writing pad? Wait, this is Itsuki's letter. The letter that he wrote to me. After he wrote this, Itsuki kissed me, and then he trapped himself in his room. So much has happened recently that I had forgotten all about it. Itsuki's letter began with an undecorated row of words. At this point, Itsuki was speaking to me without any more false pretenses. Those words he spoke touched my heart and caused tears to flow. You say things like this, but why would you show me a dream like that? You think that showing a side of yourself like you did in this note would make you look uncool? Idiot! Nobody would ever think a guy like you was cool, no matter how you acted. Stupid. So stupid.
It's true. I don't want people to think I'm uncool. But the main reason was because I didn't want to see the girl I love crying.
Itsuki!
I'm still alive. I thought I was a goner.
Of course you are!
Is that right? The future must have changed a little bit then.
What?
No, it's nothing. I'm just glad that you're okay, Mikoto.
I'm sorry. It's my fault that I couldn't put up a barrier. If I would have been able to, none of this would have happened.
No, it's not your fault, Mikoto. It was my fault. It's not like I was underestimating things. I just thought that maybe my plan had a chance, and it would kill him.
Itsuki, what are you talking about? I heard the door opening. I did not really think it was odd that nobody knocked. I had no real reason to suspect anything was amiss. I wonder who it is. I will check.
Mikoto, don't go!
What? It was Ron. He was nowhere to be seen during all the commotion, and now here he was, as if nothing had happened. Ron, everybody was looking for you. Where have you been?
Oh, Kagami, you're alive. Well, it was a struggle. I think I was in limbo for a while there. That's so. It probably would have been better if you just died.
What? How could you say that? Ron!
Who are you again? Oh yeah, you're that non-Esper girl.
Why does he know that I cannot use my power right now? Did someone tell him?
Natsuko said not only did he want your power, but also the purple-haired girls too.
Purple-haired girl? You mean Nanami?
Oh yeah, that's right, Nanami. That's not the deal. You said you wouldn't lay a hand on the girls. Yeah, so that's why. Before I had to scrap our contract, it would have been better if you had died.
What are you saying? Why would you want Itsuki to be dead? What is wrong with you, Ron?
Mikoto, the traitor. It was Ron. Traitor? Oh, you're talking about how those walls got jacked up, and how the tree got knocked over. Traitor's kinda harsh for that. I didn't really do anything of any real significance.
Ron was the traitor. It was not out of the question, but for some reason I had never really considered Ron as a possible culprit. I was trusting in Heishi's power to read people. Do you have any concerns in regards to Ron and Itsuki?
Not exactly. There's nothing about Ron that worries me. I don't ever feel any malice from him at all. It's like he's an animal. He doesn't really seem concerned about anything at all.
When you put it that way, it seems like Ron is a pretty good person.
Sort of, but Itsuki's being a bit weird. I feel like he's brooding over something.
Nothing that worried him about Ron. Was Heishi lying to me? Was he in league with Ron? No, Heishi is Itsuki's friend. He would not allow Itsuki to have to go through something like this.
I understand that you think I'm in the way. In any case, I also want to avoid getting Nanami killed. Oh, so you understand. Even so, I'm not going to die that easily. Besides, if you want to kill me, then we wouldn't even be talking in the first place. That's right. I'm a stand-up guy, and I'm a man of my word. I'm bringing you a good proposal here. In 3 days, Natsuko is planning to sneak onto the ship. He's gonna steal the powers he wants and kill any unnecessary espers. So, if you want to live before that happens, all you have to do is not be here when that happens. We're gonna take Nanami, even if we have to do so with force. So, no worries. But she'll be alive, just like the contract says, right? That doesn't sound like a good proposal. Why is that? If you use the others as bait, you can get away clean. No worries.
How dare you! I cannot believe you could even talk about treating people like that. What he said was unforgivable. Talking about killing his friends that he thought were unnecessary, even joking about it. We've been together on this ship for a long time. This is how he thought of everyone? In my rage, I hurled a book at him. He has her barrier. You blocked it with a barrier?
Well, that's what's happening. Everything else is up to you.
What is going on? How did Ron make a barrier?
Because I gave Ron the power.
Giving a power? There's no way. Why? Why would you do that?
I'm sorry.
If I had my power, you wouldn't have had to get hurt. I could have protected you.
Ron told me he was seriously going to kill you and take Nanami.
You were being threatened.
Yes. He doesn't have powers, but he has tricks that he can use to fight people who do have powers. You probably know more about that than I do, though.
Is he referring to the gun that man had?
When Ron knew he had someone who had an attack-type power, he couldn't do anything. But he claims he can kill espers who have powers that aren't attacking powers. I figured I had to do something. From there, Ron agreed to make a trade with me. If I let him have your barrier power, then he wouldn't kill you.
You should have said something. If you would have told me, I would have helped.
You were a hostage. You had the power of the barrier, but it wasn't perfect. If they struck at your weak point, it'd be over.
So, that tree falling, and you trying to stop the search for the traitor, you were behind all that.
At first, I was looking for an esper who had an attack power. I walked through everybody's dreams, but I couldn't find any clues. I scrambled as I started to run out of time. I didn't have an answer, so my conclusion was that I had to kill Ron.
Kill Ron? That would be impossible. You have no way of dealing with his devices.
Yeah, it was a risky situation, but it wasn't hopeless. I at least had a chance of success. I tried to sell my powers numerous times, but when I tried, all of them just started bleeding and they died.
Non-espers dying when they are given powers. When espers use powers, it gives us fatigue, or takes some kind of physical toll on us. Maybe there's a certain amount of ability, or some kind of aptitude that a person needs in order to use powers.
I figured to a normal person, a power must be like poison, so I took a chance that giving Ron the power would also kill him.
But Ron didn't die.
Yes, I was pretty surprised. I saw so many other people die in the past, but not him. Ron was as energetic as ever. He might be some kind of monster.
When you put it that way, you make it seem like all the people who use powers are monsters.
Huh, I really didn't mean it like that. In the end, my theory was wrong. I gave the enemy a power and now I'm here. I'm sorry.
Itsuki bowed his head. I stood up after being unable to speak a word. What Itsuki did may not have been the smartest choice, but he was definitely able to avoid the worst possible outcome. After all, this is all Ron's fault. If Itsuki did not do something, Ron might have just killed everyone. But still, knowing that I no longer have a power made me sad. I missed it. I felt like a piece of me was no longer there. However, now I no longer have the ability to protect a large group of people.
That's right.
All the training and practice, all the work I was doing because I was scared that I would not be able to protect everyone. I never have to worry about that again. What a terrible person I am! I'm actually feeling relieved right now. Tears rolled down my face. Whether they were tears of sadness or tears of joy, I could not actually say. If I was being honest, I would say that losing my power made me feel more relieved than saddened.
Mikoto, you are now an ordinary girl.
I fell to my knees and continued crying, while Itsuki held my hand.
That girl lost her power, so now she can be released from her future.
We knew there was no way we could use everybody as bait. Itsuki and I spoke to Kakeru about Ron. Even though we knew that enemies were coming, we could not simply leave everyone else here and abandon them to die. We did not know what would come first, Masamune's arrival or the enemy assault, so it was vital that anyone who had an attack power stay. However, after we informed Kakeru, he said that it would be pointless for anyone who didn't have an attack power, like Heishi, to stay aboard. Then that means Sakuya would have to leave as well. I am not certain what types of powers the others have. The only ones who can fight are Kakeru and I'm not really certain who else. If there was an offensive power among the others, the whole situation would change. According to Itsuki, there is definitely someone on board who has a strong power like that. Ron knew about them, and that was the reason he had to make a trade with Itsuki instead of just doing what he wanted. We can only hope this person shows themselves and steps forward.
It'll be 3 days until Masamune returns. I wonder if information is being leaked. No, if that were the case, they'd be attacking before that. Either way, this is a result of my poor decisions. I'm sorry, everyone. That's definitely true. If it was me, I would have done things better. This would all be over. There's some people would have been sacrificed.
Well, that doesn't mean it's better if some people would have been sacrificed.
So when you look at it like that, it's probably best that Itsuki did the trade-off. He's the only one who ended up hurt after all. Well, anyway, I'll be leaving now. I can't fight with these injuries, and I don't want to get in the way for the rest of you.
I'm going too.
That reminds me, you don't have your power anymore now.
Yes, I cannot protect everyone here now, so I will leave with Itsuki. Okay, I just realized I'm starting to go a little long here, so I know we're in the middle of a conversation, but we're going to end this video here and pick up this conversation in the next video. So I hope to see you in some of those future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.